February 3rd, 2022. How are you doing? Short video. I'm going to speak with you about crypto. And in the end of this part of what I'm going to share, I will show you a piece of what I'm showing to members every week, 1 month ahead, and what I showed before for the time we are now. And despite of a lot of people crying and seeing Bitcoin is going down and a lot of people in altcoins lost a lot of money, it's part of the astrology that was projected time ago, and you don't need the technical analysis always. And you could understand the sort of automatic pilot where things are going in the long term, because I'm also showing 6 months ahead in another service. So finally we are in February, and this is about a shift from tomorrow, 4th of February. All planets, Mercury will station, and all planets considered to be direct, still Mercury, Mars, and Venus in Capricorn. So it will take a few more weeks into the area of the 22-222, entering to the Pisces season. Those are some triggers events that are expecting to happen in the world and in the finances. Trigger events, not the event, and to affect the instability of the market and the shifts in the world of this year. What I wanted to add here before I will show you the part of the weekly forecast without showing you 1 month ahead, because this is exclusive. The last time that Jupiter and Neptune met, it was 13 years ago. When? In 2009. When Bitcoin was invented. They met in Aquarius, ruled by Uranus. We are now in the season of Aquarius, and we are entering the era of Aquarius. What's the concept of Jupiter and Neptune? Connect people through technology and create a more fair social solution. Now it's going to be in Pisces in this April. So it's already about all the connection, what connects us all. It's all about the entire coins. It's about all the technology, all the APIs that connecting the entire system with the AI and whatever technology you want to call it. And not to speak about the chip that is probably already installed, or the preparation for chip in many millions of bodies. Jupiter alone in Pisces was in 2010. And what started in 2010? Of course, 1 year after Jupiter, less than 1 year, Jupiter and Neptune meeting in Aquarius, then Jupiter is in Pisces, 2010, Facebook, Instagram, PayPal, Amazon, all the internet market started. And suddenly we could work online. Suddenly we could travel. Suddenly we could connect. All the travel agencies, this started to lose money because people are buying their flight ticket online. Until 2010, it was still with a travel agent. Now Jupiter is in Pisces again, and it's going to meet Neptune there. In Pisces, it's a cycle of 13 years until the next Jupiter and Neptune in Aries. In 35, they will meet again. So even that by the end of the year, a lot of people will feel rich compared to the USD that is about to collapse, meaning reducing its value compared to the Bitcoin and other coins and other digital solutions. What we'll need to focus is what you do, what you're able to do with money. It's not a video game. Pisces is also about movies. Are you living in a movies that you just want to create to gain more points to pass to the next screen? Or money is really a motive for survival? In what way? Because suddenly money could be earned without sweat. without the way we worked before. And we're speaking also about the Industrial Revolution that is related with Pluto, return now, and Neptune where it was. So maybe we need to change the relationship to money and to lower our cost of living in a way that we even don't need to run after this. But it's not a recommendation for those that never really learned the progression of the technology and just thinking, yeah, let's lowering my and I will stay in the same gray street in this city. No, I'm speaking about becoming more sustainable and knowing to work with the hands to create and get independent from what we call system. But it's not to do it alone. It's to find the community and the connection. And a lot of projects should connect already online, even that to provide something for humanity. This will be a great success. And the internet really connected people, connected you with me from wherever you are in the world. And this is what we can cherish, how souls can resonate and feel other person through the Aquarius realm that is above reality, and not to fall to the Neptune realm that is the metaverse, that is already augmented reality. It's totally to disconnect us from the real image even. And they try to do this with a mask, with a covering the face. So you will be much more beautiful on the screen. Yeah. So let's be patient for the triggers, but we also need to trigger ourselves for a change, doing something different, and in order to connect with other projects, with ideas, and to detach from the competition old way of doing money to impact the world. And the more we will be united and we will not be greedy on the money, we already start to get out from the system. But in order for doing this, a lot of people will need to go out from the comfort zone. We'll need to leave the cities. We'll need to stop the education system. We'll need to find alternative medicine. We'll need to find many things alternative. It will be gradual indeed. Jupiter and Neptune last time were in the time of slaves in America and the Civil War. Witch hunting was included, an industrial revolution. What revolution is going to be now? Immigrants. Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces is like the rich meeting the poor, wealth transferring as well, equality, stop the slavery. And despite of all, I'm showing you part of what I show to members, and see you in the next video.
February 3rd, 2022, as every Thursday with a crypto forecast looking 1 month ahead. Finally, we are close to the exit doors of the depressing time that were pushing us into a corner for good months now. Venus was retrograde in Capricorn. We understood that we could not expect market going higher but lower. It's depressing. It's asking for re-infrastructuring, reinstalling, and it was Mercury retrograde just finishing tomorrow. And people are giving explanation, this because of this because of that, warmongering, tension, so much lies and so much deception and psychology war. We are going to see what I was promoting and showed for the last weeks and months, about the sort of a drama, and this is toward the full moon in Leo, the drama to happen in toward February, and it's not arriving in one day, but still something to expect. And you will understand what I'm seeing, because it feels like a very triggering event and pivotal time for even new investors in crypto to go on the train and not under the bus. So let's begin. This is the market overall outlook. Bitcoin according to the expectation with a bounce to the 38k, Ethereum to almost 3k, and BNB almost 400. And we are starting with Bitcoin. Reminding you, if you are a new subscriber, that I'm drawing a general line, and the general line is more sort of illustrating the weekly dynamic and not expecting that the market will follow the exactly on the line, but it's like, imagine like a bar that the plant is growing on it, and even the extreme point of it not need to be taken, but surrounded like a momentum line to consider. And this is what we saw in January 13, for example. We see here the gap, how the market really went a bit up when it needed to take a low and then come back after, but we under a Venus retrograde phase, and we were marking this already since the late November that into February we cannot expect to rally and to going. This was a dynamic that I drew and illustrated that we are going to the 30k back into the middle of February. Even that it seems like here we should have a rally, it didn't need to take it exactly. It generated here a gap, and this what we projected through. I projected through astrology, and this what we saw in January 20th, and also showed you a potential optional move that could be a sort of capitulation in the time of February that could take us to the 30k, even below it. It may be a quick move of a day or two, but this will be the great opportunity probably to enter. But the most chances of what I'm drawing, because my method is not 100%, nothing is 100%, is showing probabilities. This is mostly around the 3100 as I'm drawing the general line. So we are moving to Ethereum, and that's what we saw in January 6th, Venus retrograde phase. We understand that we are going in February to the 2700, and with whatever sort of could be a bounce here, an optional to the 400. It was in the collective to reach it. It started in January 13 to go exactly on the line. Remember here some gaps, and boom, even not trying to take this top, because this needs to come first so people can buy it lower. And then we got, as expected, a side move to touch back the line, and we are expected, according to the same line without update, to go back to BNB. Amazing performance. That's what I showed in January 6th. That's January 13th. The bottom came above. We understood that we are going to below the 400, and then I updated even to below it. And that's what I showed you already in January 20th. As everybody, also in Ethereum, I updated it to lower price. And that's what I showed you to the area of the 300, showing you a potential capitulation into the area of the February 13th, into the 250 level, and then will be a good option. See how market rised, because the collective consciousness already knowing that some lower prices are coming, who even try to put the money to take the top, and then boom, reach the first time projection that I showed here. And here how we are today. Market came earlier, sideways, and now we are waiting for the area of the 13. Now it's showing here the 9th. Now I'm showing you 1 month ahead, and here is it. I don't touch it because yeah, it's even relevant between the 9th to the 13th, also a sort of a drama that is already happening. And we are speaking again about a drop of around 20%, maybe 25, maybe to scare some traders to below the 300, and then it will rise back and will go higher. It's still not stable until May, but in May we will be, at least in April, we are going to be in nice position relatively to now, and the environment will be different. New projects, all planets moving direct from now, from tomorrow officially, and we all need to be prepared for starting the car, turning on before putting the gas, and because it was so depressed for so long, it will do some explosion. You will think that this car is not going to run, and then I don't know, this is the analogy that I found to